blue opal for a reason. So let me go ahead, I'm gonna put in here, because we have very limited. We're showcasing the ring. We have matching earrings and a matching pendant. They are available, but I'm gonna just, again, forewarn you, super duper limited, as is in the ring, at $59.99. We have sizes 5 through size 12. This one, because it does have a nice wide shank, I would recommend going up one size. So that's something to keep in mind when you're ordering. $12 will bring this to your front door. How rare and unique is defined this color in a blue opal?
Right, and I wanted everybody, like if you think about it, you've been shopping with me for, it'll be 24 years in October, 24 that we've been on air. I've been doing it for over 40 years. I've actually, been in the business for 40 years when I started. This is only the third time in my lifetime that I've been able to get blue opal. And for people who shop, this is so funny because I could tell the story, but so many people call and remind me. And it's interesting, the very first blue opal that I ever got, of course, was the Peruvian blue. And that was the very first time I ever saw opal that was blue. That's completely mined out now, you can't get. The next blue opal that I got actually is on the Idaho-Oregon line. There's a river. If you step over the river, you're in Oregon. If you go back across the river, you're in Idaho.
No kidding.
So, but it's mined on the Oregon side, okay? That was a small stope. We went in, we mined it all out. We presented it as a Today Special. It sold out. Do you know I still have people calling me to see if I'm ever gonna do that again?
I know.
And I cannot convince them that the fact, no, that's done. You're never gonna see it. This material comes out of India. Now, that being said, do you know how many materials that when people, now I usually go to the deposits, I go to the mines to verify, especially if we're gonna do any large quantity. I said, when I first saw this, and this is somebody who I know, and they said, look at this new blue opal. And of course, then we got to test it and everything. And I said, okay, where's it from? He says, it's coming out of India. It's mined in India. I said, no, it's not. And he says, what do you mean it's not? I said, no, it's not mined. There are no blue opal mines in India. I said, they're not mining in India, and he says, yeah, they are. Yeah. And then he made me wrong. When we finally went and met the miners and stuff, and we saw how they were doing it and everything, and gosh darn it, it is being mined in India. That is so rare for me, because India, you get a lot of materials through India, but they're not mined there, right?
Oh,
now, what makes this so unique and so different is that this is